Hey there folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood. Oh my gosh, this might actually be the last video. Actually, no, there's gonna be an add-on eventually with the rest of the extremes. Eventually. I'll probably be level 80 first. But eventually. Point is, in the last part, we took care of the Red Mage quest, and now it's time for Dancer. A soiree in the Sultanate. Well, if it isn't my star pupil, you could have come at a better time. A messenger just arrived. It appears that Master Gigi Ruju has received a response from his friends in the Sultanate. As for details, he would deliver them to us in person. Why don't you go on ahead to his villa? I will fetch Rana and be along shortly. Yeah, no, eventually the extremes will happen. I'm just gonna feel level 80 at this point because... Oh, yeah, people. Well, if it's my second favorite dancer. Good news, my girl. Thanks to the highest recommendation of yours truly, my friends in the Syndicate would be more than happy to host one of your performances in Ul'dah. You have our deepest gratitude, Master Gigi Ruju. Truly, your generosity knows no bounds. Think nothing of it. Your performance gave me a thrill I'll not soon forget. And, well, I'd love nothing more than to keep you all to my own. I'd be remiss if I didn't share my most remarkable discovery with the rest of the realm. That goes for you in particular, my lovely Rana. You may be a bit rough around the edges, but I just ask your untamed, dare I say, feral allure. Nothing would make me happier than to go down in history as the man who introduces your beauty to Eorzea. Why, Master Gigi Ruju, you're making me blush. That'll take me. I simply cannot bear the thought that you've performed on my stage for the last time. You'll curse me with one final farewell performance, won't you? Surely after all I've done for you. Our apologies, Master Gigi Ruju, but we must not keep excuse me, our audience in the Sultanate waiting. After all, this is but the second stop on our journey, a journey we must see through to the end. Besides, my words do run in all of this great honor. I remind you that the girl is still an apprentice, except excess praise can lead to overconfidence, to carelessness to an untimely fall. Do you hear me, Rana? No matter what glowing words your admirers may heap upon you, remember that your journey as a dancer has only just begun. Keep your feet planted firmly on the ground, lest you stumble on the road to achieving your full potential. Why, of course! And yet, it's truly inspiring to have such a devoted fan, is it not? Why, it helps me appreciate just how much I've blossomed as a dancer in such a short time. I do not mean to make light of your achievements. I ask only that you stay focused on the task at hand, continue to hone your craft, and not let yourself get swept away by unchecked emotion. And with that, we should be taking our leave. Master Gigi Ruju, we thank you for your patronage and hospitality. Our business in Eorzea is done. We will return to fully express our gratitude. You need not feel compelled to travel with the troupe, Arya. I trust that you have matters of your own you would attend along the way. We shall await you in Ul'dah. Yeah, well, I'll just follow you there. Basically, like, no, we're not gonna give you a free warp. Sorry. So this is Ul'dah, a jewel of the desert. We're not here to see the sights. No, we must decide upon a suitable venue for our next performance. As a matter of fact, I already have an idea. I was thinking we might put on a show in Stone's Throw, a settlement outside of town, so to be home to the poor and downtrodden. Are you sure this Mistress Nashmira? I agree that the art should be enjoyed by the lowborn as well as the high, but if some glorified shanty town's really the best place for us to find an audience here? I would have it no other way. Now listen to me, Arya, and listen carefully. You will recall that I told you that our Kriegstons has a unique power to clear hearts and minds of worry, with the spirits of all who will behold it. put another way, bringing joy and succor to the scorned and the suffering is no less than our calling in life. In Limsa as well, our audience included many who were down on their luck, and yet it did not seem those troubles weighed so heavily in their hearts. Mayhap this is a remnant of their pirate heritage, a flag in the veil in hand, and a song on their lips, and all their cares fade away. Ul'dah is different. Here I feel the scars of the calamity run deeper, particularly among those who lack the coin years to rebuild their lives to their satisfaction. Stone's Throw it will be. I can think of no place more in need of what we offer. You there! Halt! Halt, I say! You're the dancing troupe that comes at the invitation of the Syndicate, yes? On the authority of the Brass Blades, we command you to desist at once. Fear not, you've done... Everything's falling. Done not wrong, it's just, well, Stone's Throw is not safe for visitors these days, you see. A group of real rabble-rousers have been causing trouble of late. You know how it is. Protest, riot, and all sorts of unpleasant business. Of course, their anger's target directly Ul'dah's upper crust. Like as not, they'd leave you a troupe of performers. Still, the Syndicate cannot accept the risk of its honored guests suffering an untimely injury, or worse. I appreciate your concern, but I can assure you that is wholly unnecessary. All members of my troupe are well trained in the arts of self-defense. We're more than capable of taking care of ourselves. That's right. Besides, healing suffering and strife across the realm is precisely the reason we've come here. Whatever sort of struggle your people face, why not let us look into the matter and see if we can't resolve it? It's a gracious offer, but no. Keeping the peace is our sworn duty, and one we cannot simply impose on guests. Besides, we are trained soldiers, and you are not. For your own safety, you should take your leave of this place at once. I am more than just a dancer, you know. Adventurer, and one who knows her way around Ul'dah, you say? Perhaps you are fit to investigate the matter after all. Well, very well then. You and your friends may carry on. Just promise that you won't go looking for trouble, eh? Mistress Neshmira, leave this to me. I'll dance up a storm for these poor folks, calm their hearts, put an end to any riots and uprisings. I admire your spirit, Rana, yet I cannot shake the sense that great danger does indeed lurk here. You may go, but only if Arya accompanies you, and you must promise you will not leave her side. Alright, the more the merrier, don't you agree, Arya? Let's make for Stone's Throw. I'll race you there. Oh, there you are. Let's get started, shall we? Our first task is to figure out just who's behind these riots. Why split up and ask around and see what turns up. Don't tell me you're worried about that silly promise I made to Mistress Neshmira. Come now, Arya. Clearly she worries over much. You saw me on the stage. Do I look like someone who can't take care of herself? Now, let's see what the townspeople can tell us. Meet you back here when we're all done, alright? There have been some trouble here. There have been some trouble here of late. Won't catch me dead getting myself involved. Whoever's behind it all, wish he'd just bugger off and give us some peace and quiet for once. Of course, that doesn't stop those brass blades from glaring at me askins every time they come through the neighborhood. Not that I can blame them, I suppose. Rumor has it the true culprit's an expert in throwing the authorities off his trail. Looking for some rabble-rousing riot, there you say? I might know a thing or two. What's it to you? None of us here in Stonesdale have much love for the rich, that this much is true. Still wasn't until lately when someone started talking about actually giving them their due. Thought they were just talking big, but lately it seems they've been putting their plot into action. Oh boy, it says wait at this application. This only ends well, right? Right. Hey, you there. You friends with that Mikote girl? The one with the fancy dress? She was asking around about the riots. No, well, would you believe I actually saw her walk into one of the block guards responsible for it all? The last thing I saw, he was leading her away somewhere. I'd go after her if I were you. Well, I wouldn't. Never had the nerve for that sort of thing. I reckon you should, but where the poor thing comes to harm. Oh, goody. Let's go. Let's go. Where are you? There you are. Oh, you would put up a defense boost, wouldn't you? I'm just surprised I didn't hit a random enemy in the area. Oh, Arya, you really see my skin. Sven told me he'd take me to the rioters' hideout. He led me here, and then... Well, I'm still unsure entirely what I witnessed. It was the strangest thing. As soon as he brought me here, his body began to sway and spin in the strangest way. Well, if I didn't know better, I'd say he was dancing? We can talk about it when we're back in safer environs. I should probably summon the brass blades and file an official report. Meanwhile, could you return to the city and let Mistress Neshmira know I'm alright? And tell her I'm sorry for breaking my word. That way. That was a fun little spinning exercise. I see. I feel like this would happen. Don't blame yourself, Arya. You are not her keeper. I'll deal with the girl myself when she returns. Besides, I'm curious. What can you tell me about the strange dance she says her would-be captors were performing? Good news, friends. Thanks to your efforts, we have apprehended the firebrand. Peace should return to Stone's Throw for now, at least until the next rebel rouser decides to fan the flames. Still, there is one part of the story that does not sit well with me. The girl here claims she saw her captors dancing, but those who took into custody swear to the last man they remember no such thing. They deny that they were dancing. Why would they feel the need to lie about something so innocuous when already convicted of a far more heinous crime? It is not precisely a lie. You see, from here the tale gets even stranger. They claim to have a vague recollection of their bodies moving, and insist they had absolutely no intention of doing so. They went on to say they couldn't even remember where or why they came up with the idea to riot in the first place. On the contrary, they seemed almost relieved, just as if some evil spirit had been banished from them. Sounds like our friends have been partaking in a particularly unstable and unsavory alchemical concoction. At any rate, the brass blades will be taking over the investigation from here. Thank you for your assistance, and please carry out the preparations for your performance with our blessing. I'm sorry, Mistress Neshmira. I could have stayed with Arya like you said. Together, I'm sure we would have worked things out peacefully. In the end, I was not able to dance even a single step. Just as the Kriegstones can enthrall and inspire, so can it serve us in battle. A true dancer must prepare for both possibilities at all times. I was able to display your skills as a dancer in battle today, and suspect it is for that very reason that your would-be captors. But never mind that. Rana, you disappoint me. This is not a lack of dancing prowess that led to your failure today. No, it was the overconfidence that led you to stray from your partner's side. When Troupe Falsium dances, we dance as one. We dance to stir hearts and lift spirits, not merely to show off our skills. Our admirers might shower us with empty praise. I thought you understood this, but it's clear you still have much to learn. I'm sorry, Mistress Neshmira. I promise I will not repeat my mistake. Forgive me for making you suffer the girl's foolishness, Arya. Though she has grown in skill, it's clear she is still a child in many ways, in more ways than one. I can only hope that she will take today's lesson to heart, must she eventually pay the price. Is that not going a bit too far? Being a true dancer is about more than knowing how to move one's feet. I must be tougher on Rana than anyone unless true Falcium failed to carry out his sworn duty. I see you are confused by words. Don't worry. All will become evident in due time. Yes, both you and Rana will understand all too well. And with that, I must prepare for our forthcoming performance. This time, I'll be asking Rana to take the stage alone. She may consider it her opportunity to reflect upon her actions today and, God's willing, learn and grow from her missteps. Meanwhile, perhaps it would be best if you, too, return to your training. If you and Rana truly mean to bring out the best in one another, both of you will need to work harder than ever before. Farewell for now, and let's meet up again when it is time to move on. And now, I believe it's time I did some investigating on my own. Dances with Duskwights. It is good to see you, Arya. You'll be pleased to hear that our exhibition in the Sultanate was a rousing success. I gave quite the inspired performance. It would seem that the girl has indeed taken her lessons to heart. At least Gridania is the final step over. On our 3-nation tour, I meant to depart immediately, but I must confess that the curious developments in Ul'dah have given me pause. Upon our arrival, let's first pay a visit to Adder's Nest and inquire as to any strange happenings about town. Don't ask me why, but I believe it is best we stay vigilant. Whoop! Not that far in, Rini. Well, stuff is starting to load in. There we are. Arya, I am sorry to say that my fears appear to have been well-founded. Gridania, too, has seen its fair share of social unrest of late. Pray explain the situation to my colleagues, good sir. You are familiar with the Duskwight, yes. They are a clan of Elizin who eschew the shackles of urban life and instead choose to live in isolation. For the most part, both sides choose to leave one and the other well enough alone. Recently, however, events have taken a troubling turn. Groups of Duskwights have been assembling for reasons unknown, holding secret gatherings on the outskirts of the forest. Whatever their aim, we can be quite certain that it is nothing good. As when others content to let them be, provided they do not do us no harm. But when they turn to thieving and threatening our way of life, we cannot simply turn a blind eye. To say that tensions between the Duskwights and our citizens have been rising would be an understatement. To this point, troublemakers among the Duskwight have primarily acted alone, which makes the matter in which they are now plotting something together in plain sight all the more concerning. Some here in the nest even believe that they are sowing the seeds for a violent uprising. As fortune would have it, these Duskwight rabble-rousers have recently been sighted with particular frequency in the immediate vicinity of the venue where I had hoped to hold our performance. Needless to say, we must address the immediate danger before we can even think of going forward with our performance. Arya, Rana, let's say we investigate the matter together this time. Consider it done! I'll make up for my failure. Just you watch me. Once I've soothed the Duskwights' hearts with my dance, riding will be the furthest thing from their minds. Thank you, my friends. That settles it then. Leave the matter of the Duskwight demagogues to my colleagues here. I suppose there would be some merit in delegating the task to you rather than risking fanning the feeling between the Duskwights and their own citizens. And yet, you are a dance troupe, are you not? Are you certain that your friends here are up to the task of suppressing an armed revolt? You can be assured they are. For what it is worth, I too will be accompanying Rana and Arya and ensure that everything is in order. Besides, there's something that I've confirmed with my own eyes. And with that, we should begin our way. The Duskwights in question are said to be congregating in the South Shroud. Let's first meet in the local tavern and formulate a plan of attack. According to one of the regulars here, the Dusk White troublemakers were seen not long ago just to the northeast of here. That's not all. Rumor says they were, and I quote, gyrating and undulating in the most curious way. Whatever it was that we witnessed in Thonalon, it seems likely that it's afflicted the people here as well. Let's investigate the matter with all speed. Come now. Yeah. Speaking. Difficult. Arya, Mistress Nashmira, I think I saw something over there behind the bushes. That's the same creepy dance I saw in Ul'dah. Dance of the Damned. Yes, it's just as I feared. I'll explain everything in good time. For the moment, just leave them to me. Be gone, meddlers, leave us to our dancing. What? My legs. So they have a mind of their own. Mr. Nashmira, look out! Some kind of fight thing appeared. And that pissed off the wolf, the wildlife. At least I could auto attack it dead. Forgive me, Arya, and thank you. To think I was scolding poor Rana for her overconfidence. In my heyday, I would have made short work of that thing, but alas, those days are long behind me. Don't be too hard on yourself, Mr. Nashmira. We all have our bad days. Besides, it's not as if you were just being reckless like me, but never mind that. What in the world did I just see? That creepy dance, that strange cloud of black ether. What does all of this mean, Mr. Nashmira? Come now, I know you know more than you've let on. I do, and I fully intend to share my knowledge with you, once I have seen what I must see with my own two eyes. Meantime, someone should hand these men over to the Twin Adders. Suppose you're right, and we must treat your wounds as well. Arya, could I ask you to return to the Adder's Nest and deliver a report? I'll tend to Mistress Nashmira's scratches and see that no other troublemaking Duskwhites show up. Okay, I guess just like that, we head back. What's this? You apprehended the Dusk-White miscreants for us? Splendid! On behalf of all the Gridania, you have our gratitude. We'll detach the unit to the South Shroud at once. My apologies for the delay, Arya. I'm pleased to report that our dancing Dusk-White friends have been handed over to the proper authorities, and Ron has patched up my wounds good as new. With sufficient rest, I should be back on the stage in no time. Not on my watch, you won't. I mean, pray do not overexert yourself, Mr. Sneshmira. You need to rest. I told you I could have handed over the culprits myself. I know, Rana, and yet I wanted to be there myself when they awoke. It played out exactly as I expected. I remembered little or nothing about their dancing, their secret gatherings, and any of the conversations that led up to it all. Just being stubborn, no doubt. Don't worry not, friends. The Twin Hours will carry out proper interrogation. Yet one thing concerns me. Is it true that these events bear a striking similarity to a situation you witnessed in Ul'dah? What we witness is none other than the Totentanz, a dance of the damned, and it is our God's given duty as dancers to see it is never danced again. The Dance of the Damned? Our mission? Whatever you're rambling about, Mr. Sneshmira. I thought our mission was to lend strength and succor to the suffering and lift the spirits of the realm. That is, and yet the truth of exactly what this entails runs far deeper. Throughout our storied history, the dancers of Troupe have saved countless lands time and again from a fate most dire. When war and calamity ravage the land, fear and anger fill men's hearts. These emotions fester, reacting with the aether around us. In the air we breathe, the ground beneath our feet, to form an etheric manifestation of malaise that spreads like a dark cloud across the land. The weak, the downtrodden, the scorned and suffering. Sadly, it is these people who are oft the quickest to fall prey to dark despair. Left unchecked, the shadow fully consumes them, their hearts, their minds. In the end, even control of their very limbs is taken from them. Stripped of the last semblances of sanity, they flail about in a manner most hideous. Tales tell of mothers blissfully unaware as they trampled their beloved children. Men who dance so violently they rip the lands from their own body. This is Totentanz, the dance of the damned. What is this what madness is this? If you speak true, and this damnable dance you speak of arises from the fear and angers in people's hearts, why did it not manifest itself in the wake of the calamity and ignores its darkest hour? Call me mad, but I think I understand. In times of greatest crisis, just surviving for another day requires all the strength we can muster. People have neither the time nor the freedom to dwell on emotions like hatred or anger. Rana has a right of it. It's precisely at this time, a time when the Eorzea has made great strides in its recovery, yet deeper wounds still go undressed. Your people are most susceptible to that damnable dance. So that is why our art was born so many ages ago. Not just to drive out the darkness from people's hearts, but in a figurative sense, but to literally cast out etheric shadows and free the art afflicted from the clutches of the Totentanz. Yes, this is the truth of Troupe Falsium, passed down from the principle to principle for generations. What I did with Dusk-Whites was to use my dance to extract the darkness from their hearts, give it physical form that can then be struck down and banished. It has been several centuries since the menace of the Totentanz last reared its ugly head. To be honest, when we first came to Eorzea, I was unsure as to what we would encounter. So as not to worry the two of you over much, I kept the truth from you. Yet now it seems now that I have seen it with my own eyes, our mission cannot be more clear. As the inheritors of the Kriegsdance, we must chase the shadows of the Totentanz from this realm. Beg forgiveness for the secrecy, my friends, and ask that you lend me your aid. You can count on me. Just no more secrets. I want both options. Of course you can count on us. After all, Arya and I are dancers of Troupe Falsium too. And it's like you always say, a dancer never abandons her partner. Why should you have to carry the burden of saving the whole realm all by yourself? Rana, Arya, after all my harsh words and hidden truths, you are far too kind. I must confess that I'm still struggling to understand all this, but one thing is clear. This dancing epidemic you speak of poses a grave danger to our realm. I will contact the other grand companies immediately and apprise them of the threat. Should there be any reports of similar phenomena in other nations, we would like to call upon you to deal with the matter. Forgive us the imposition, but clearly this is beyond our ability. Excuse me. Leave it to us. Nothing would honor us more than if the nations of Eorzea would place their trust in Troupe and allow us to perform for their people. And with that, only Ishgard and Alamigo remain on our itinerary. For the two, Ishgard has had more time for his people to recover from the scars of war. Let's make it our next destination. At any rate, we'll need more time to properly prepare for the confrontation ahead. In the meantime, Rane, you are to continue your performances. You require more practice still before I can bequeath to you all the secrets of the Creek Stomps. You can count on me, Mistress Nashmira. And you, Arya, pray continue to hone your skills in battle. If we hope to prevail against the Totentanz, we'll need your martial skills as much as we need your dancing. For no, it is not enough that we lure the shadows out of people's hearts. We must dispel the darkness for good, lest it simply drift on until it finds another unsuspecting host. Yes, we'll be needing your strength more than ever. With that, I too should prepare myself. Our true last act draws ever closer at hand. High stepping in the holy sea. Arya, your timing is impeccable. I just received word from Ishgard. The powers that be have decided to welcome Troupe with open arms. Fortunately, there are no rumors that suggest that the Totentanz has already struck in the city or any of the surrounding regions in Coerthas. And yet, word has it that some of the less privileged residents of the city have grown increasingly vocal of late, not entirely unlike what we witnessed in Oda. We must be vigilant. And so I would like to ask you and Rana to make for the Holy See as soon as you are able. I would join you, but I fear my wounds are not healing as quickly as I'd hoped. I would always slow you down. Leave it to us, Mistress Nashmira. No matter what shadows plague the people's hearts, they will be no match for your two favorite proteges. Come, Arya. Ishgard awaits. Which way was it to go? Why my arms and legs feel like they're gonna freeze and snap off like icicles. How can you even bear this, Arya? Mind over matter. Huh, I suppose I just need to grin and bear it then. Oh well, once we start dancing, it should warm us up in no time. Anyway, our first order of business should be to pay our respects to our host. Sir Andalou? Oh wait, it's at the place they call the congregation. I take it you know the way. Which is why you walk off first without me? Makes sense. Makes sense. You're asking me... Yeah, makes sense. Table. Table. Well met, Arya. It's always a pleasure to welcome you back to Ishgard. Though I must say, I did not expect to see you return as a member of a traveling dance troupe. Just wait until you see her on stage. She's a sight to behold. Oh, but forgive me, my name is Ron Amigo, and I thank you for opening the gates of your fair city to Troupe Falcian. Pleasure is ours. I must confess I found a report from our friends at the Twin Adder regarding this dance of the damned somewhat difficult to believe. Even if a great hero like Arya would come all the way here for this purpose, I should be a fool to dismiss this threat. And yet, I have questions. The instructions from you and Mistress Nashmira call for rounding up prominent members of the commoner class, seating front and center at your performance. I did not object, of course, but whatever purpose is this meant to serve? The Totentanz is a plague that spreads from one man's heart to the next. And those whose hearts weigh heaviest with anger, fear, and unease are often the first to fall prey to its clutches. If we can assemble influential members of the community and free their hearts from shadow before disaster strikes, these men and women could, in turn, raise the spirits of their peers. Mistress Nashmira believes this is our best hope of for curtailing the spread of the Totentanz. Where the leaders go, so others will follow. I suppose it is as logical a course of action as any. Very well. I've already identified suitable personages and extended to them an invitation to your performance. Then it will be before the gates of judgment. We believe this location would be most accessible to those who live outside the city walls. Thank you kindly, my good sir. Well then, Arya, we best get on our way. We don't want to keep our audience waiting out there in the freezing cold, do we? I had to remind myself about the cold. Talk about an imposing audience. Now let's give them a show to remember. Oh, and Arya, let's give the true purpose of our performance to ourselves, alright? We don't want to cause panic after all. If we can draw and dispel the darkness before the Totentanz strikes, our task will be that much easier. Besides, we want our audience to enjoy the show, don't we? I must admit, I'm a bit nervous, but I know we'll be fine if we trust in each other. Alright, here goes nothing. Watch closely and follow my lead. Ladies and gentlemen, fair citizens of the Holy See, hailing from distant rods at home in the east, we are Troupe. Today we dance for you the Creek Stomps, an ancient art passed down to us from the days of yore. Though the Creek Stomps was born on the battlefield, it's a dance that brings healing and succor. Your people suffered far too long the horrors of the Dragon Song War. Our performance fill your hearts with hope and heal any scars that may still linger. And now, without further ado, let the show begin. I've never seen dancing like this before. It stirs the very depths of my soul. Just watching her, I can feel my pain and anger melting away. To these ominous clouds, it's all part of the performance, you see. Yes, true, Falsium and Heresy. No expenses in treating our audience to a spectacle for the senses. That's your cue, Arya. Now sweep those nasty shadows away. Pop to engage in circle. Man, I'm doing less damage than each time because they're getting closer to my level. How could they do this to me? When I received a sudden invitation to this performance, I didn't know what to expect, but that was simply remarkable. Ever since the show ended, my mind is clear and all my troubles just don't seem so bad anymore. I must say that last scene where those fearsome shadow beasts appear was particularly dramatic and invigorating. It's the strangest feeling. Even though my lot in life hasn't changed one bit, I feel like I'll be able to face tomorrow with my head held high. Ah, you folks are far too kind. I thank you, one and all. Never in my life have I felt so proud to be a dancer. Nothing quite like seeing all the smiling faces. Smiling, sapphire faces. Ugh. Don't you agree, Arya? Just the thought that we were able to bring a measure of happiness and hope to these proud, strong people makes all the hard hours of training worthwhile. And can you believe it? We're even able to stay with the shadows before the Totentanz even struck. I do believe we've done more than Nashmira proud. I dare say our job here is done, so why don't we head back to Gridania and share the good tidings with everyone. I'll race you there! Arya, it's Mr. Nashmira. She's gone. Settle down, Rana. Nothing else befallen our leader. She has simply taken a leave of absence entirely of her own volition. Said she had a matter to attend with an old friend. Same friend who introduced you to our patron, Master Gigi Rushu, if I recall. She was reluctant to go into detail, but it would seem this individual is also familiar with the Totentons and has been researching the situation in Alamigo on our behalf. Miss Nashmira means to join her there and scout for a suitable venue for our ultimate performance. She has asked that you and Rana continue training on your own until such time as she summons us. We have killed her to at least wait for our report. Does this mean that she actually trusts us? If Mistress Nashmira believes in her ability to handle affairs, I suppose we owe her the same in return. Now Alamigo has finally been freed from the Garlean yoke. Surely it's only a matter of time before the people are ready to welcome us with open arms. At the same time, much like Ishgard, it is a land whose people have known more than their fair share of suffering. We'll be at our best to deliver them from the dance of the damned. You know what that means, Arya? We must train with greater discipline than ever before. Save the last dance for me. Great news! Arya, a postmill just dropped off this letter from Mistress Nashmira. She says the stage has all been set for our performance in Alamigo. She's even scouted what she claims to be an ideal venue to host our exhibition. A village called Alagana sits in the Garabonian Highlands. Doubtless in part due to its location near the border, there are considerable fears among the villagers that the Garleans will return and retake their home with a vengeance. In other words, it's precisely the sort of place where the Tauntauns is likely to strike. At any rate, Mistress Nashmira assures me that she and her secretive acquaintance have made all the necessary preparations. The Alamigan resistance, she says, has been fit to ensure that Alagana's most prominent residents will be in attendance. If we can perform as we did in Ishgard and swiftly dispel the darkness from their hearts, surely they will be able to influence their fellow villagers and stave off the onset of the Totentons. And what did she say at the very end of her letter? She said, yes, Rana, Arya, the success of our tour and the very future of the Troupe Falsium itself rides on you. Counting on you to rise to the occasion. Are you as excited as I am? Let's make this a show for the ages. And with that, let's set out for Alagana. We mustn't keep Mistress Nashmira waiting. There you are, Arya. Have you by chance seen Mistress Nashmira? I can't find her anywhere, but I'm sure she'll be along soon. I know she wouldn't miss our performance for the world. And look what I found. I scoured the Troupe's wardrobes to find outfits befitting our grand finale. One thing's for certain. We'll be dressed to impress. Remember, mom's the word about Totentons, alright? We want our audience to enjoy the performance without worrying themselves with the terrible truth behind it all. Well then, whenever you're ready to take the stage, you know where to find me. AKA, I have a solo instance for you because we have to put one somewhere in this quest line. This is it, Arya, ready to raise the curtain on the final act. Item level sync. Yeah, it's as I thought. So close and yet so far. For all who cannot make the voyage to our home, we bring our art to yours. Hailing from Razahan across the sea, I present the incomparable, transcendent, Troupe Falsium. Today we perform for you the ancient dance of our ancestors. A spectacle to stir the hearts and drench the mind and chase away the shadows of doubt that plague your soul. Feast your minds upon the Kriegstons. Right on cue. Alright, Arya, let's take out that nasty thing before our audience realizes it's not just for show. Just look at these enraptured faces. The excitement in the air is almost impalpable. They know they're about to get a show the likes of which they've never seen. The Elemegans are counting on us, Arya, and in more ways than they themselves even know. We must dance, and not stop dancing until every last shadow has been purged from their hearts. This is the performance we were born to give. This is our biggest audience yet, which means that we're in for a tough fight. But if we dance, our dance, there won't be any stopping us. How curious! Why, I could have sworn that shadowy mask just popped out from within my own body. I'm sure it's just part of the performance. Time to sit back and enjoy the show. Alright, so we're gonna take out these little abs because otherwise, as we reach in their hearts, look, there's another shadow and another. Just wish you could, partner with her. But you can. Would make so much sense too. On the bus. Coming at us, sorry. Don't let them touch you. At least mine touching her doesn't matter. Okay, there we go. That was a big one. Stand strong with me, Arya. So, we haven't really had a chance to talk about this. Fan Dance 3, that's really our main addition. Fan Dance 3, it has a chance after you use your Fan Dance 1 or 2, that there's a 50% chance that they will grant what you need. This is nice, Mira! Leave the masses of ether to me. Harley's to my side. There we are. Yeah. And it's an AoE attack. However, it's like you just want to use this because it's still off the little cooldown, like the rest of your fan dances. Another dancer's come to your aid! And she might be the most stunning yet. Yeah, was it like 50% chance to grant flourishing fan dance? So darkness been drawn from your audience's heart. That's really, yeah, that's the main addition I can think of in terms of. Oh, a new thing to join. It's working. Now it's time to divide and conquer. You got it, boss. Alright, you take on the massive in the middle. How about I apparently take on the one? Because I was already targeting it. Eventually there's going to come a point where you actually want to save your Fan Dance 1 and 2 charges. However, it's actually after this quest. Level 70 and beyond, once you finish this quest is when you want to start doing that, honestly. You done just taking stages 1? This should be a sizable hold. You actually have to like maintain them properly and oh, it's trying to liberate all the remaining ether. We must move quickly. Must do the grand finale. I wonder what marvelous moves they have in stage for them next. That's another of them. granted. Good, thanks for being able to dash. We did get another on the vault within the 60 to 70 range. Actually, wait, could I? Oh, yeah, I guess I could have, huh? Now it's letting me do it. Why didn't it let me partner earlier? Oh well. Say la vie. Mr. Snashmira, oh, I knew you wouldn't miss our grand finale, and you're dancing while you weren't every bit as we were every bit as enchanted as I remember from all those years ago. Sharing the stage with you was truly was a dream come true. I simply had to make amends for my embarrassing display in Gridania, did I not? My wounds had all but healed entirely, so I redoubled my training efforts upon arriving here in Alamigo. Dare say I feel as spry as I have in years. And yet there can be no doubt, you and Arya were the true stars today. To think that you have come so far in such a short span of time. Mayhap I should have just admired your performances from the wings instead of stepping in. Tut, Mira. I seem to recall you telling me just the other day that that girl was not ready for the spotlight. Oh, hi. You know me, Lamin. I'm strict with my students because I expect only the best from them, and these two have done me proud today. Fancy meeting you here, Arya. I must admit, it gave me quite a start with my Mira here. When my Mira here told me that you, of all people, joined her merry little troupe. Mira and I go far, far back, you know. After those horrific events unfolded in Old I hid away on Thavner for some time, and it was then that we first made each other's acquaintance. Song and dance go together rather well, needless to say, and our friendship rapidly blossomed. When she turned to me for assistance in planning Troupe Falcion's tour of Eorzea, I was more than happy to do my part. It does not surprise me that an accomplished adventurer would have many friends across the realm, but never would I have suspected that you and my dear Lamin were so close. Truly, fate must have brought us together for a reason. I feel the same. Your presence alone has motivated me to grow in ways I could never have thought possible. You've given me courage, strength, and determination to be more than what I was. Thought I recognized the face from somewhere. From liberated Alamigo, the traveling performer, eh? Not a path I'd have predicted, but I'm hardly surprised to see you emerge triumphant in whatever you do. It was truly a performance for the ages. Here in Alagana, we don't get much exposure to foreign cultures. Rather stimulating, that was. Especially that grand finale where you chased off those bloody shadow beasts. Got the blood pumping, I'd say. I only wish there was more we could do to show our appreciation. Think nothing of it, my good sir. Just knowing that we've brought a measure of joy to Alamigo in this time of need is rewarding enough for us. Too kind you are, miss. The road ahead of us is a long one, but thanks to you, we can stride down it with a spring in our steps. Know that our village is always open to you should you ever be willing to assist with another performance. Farewell, friends. Phew! For a second I thought he'd realize the true nature of those shadows. But no, the threat of the Photons is gone for now. It seems no one's the wiser. Now this heartening indeed. And with that, we should prepare for our departure. The Alamegans were kind enough to invite us in these trying times. We mustn't linger so long that our presence becomes a burden. I too should be on my way. It was a pleasure and an honor both to see you on my stage again, Mira, and you as well, Arya. Till our paths cross again, go in safety. Well, that's the last of it. Our props are packed up and we're ready to take the road. Must say, it's a touch bittersweet knowing that this was our last performance, but I suppose even the best of things must come to an end. Mr. Smashmere will go ahead to limp elements to disperse pastures back to Razatan. You stop by and see us off, yes? We'd like to pay you proper thanks before taking our leave of this land. Arya, I'm so touched. You really did come to see us off. Actually, no, I had to finish the quest so I could get my ability, but yes, hi, I'm so nice. Thank you ever so much for all you've done. It was an honor to tour Erzea with you and bring strength and succor to its people. You have my gratitude as well, Arya. The people whose hearts you have touched will, in turn, inspire others. As before long, the dance of the damned will be but a memory. Oh gosh, my eyes are getting bleh. And yet, until that time, we cannot let down our guard. I propose that we extend a tour of Erzea in the event that there are people in this realm who still require our aid. Do you truly mean this, Mr. Smashmere? Arya and I could keep dancing together? In good time, Rana, yes. But Arya is an adventurer and one whose services are justifiably in high demand. It would not be very considerate of us to monopolize her services for our ends. And so we bid you farewell for now. Rana and I will remain in Limsa and consult with Master Gigi Ruju about potentially sending our tour to new locations. Pray come back and visit us on occasion, yes? Rana gets awfully lonely without company. Hey, that's not... Oh, I suppose it is true. Keep dancing, Arya, and let us eagerly await the day that we can take the stage together anew. Chasing shots from the hearts of your eyes. You've learned a new dance. We have learned technical step. You actually kind of saw it in there. So yeah, I must meet the requirements. Complete Shadowbringers. Of course, it doesn't say you must register Shadowbringers because this job requires Shadowbringers. Complete the royal quest, Courage Born of Fear. This is the same one Monk requires. And once you've done so, the next dance request will be available from Nashmira. No friends of mine. So yes, that step gauge expanded. So performing a technical step will display 4 icons in the step gauge. Executing the corresponding actions in the correct order, followed by technical finish, increases damage dealt by you and nearby party members. Plural. Anyone in range in the party gets this effect. The biggest thing here is that there's multiple dancers in a group. You cannot stack them. This is consistent with other jobs like Brotherhood on Monk, for example. And yeah, technical step is really good. It does a crap ton of damage, to put it lightly. You can only use it every 2 minutes, but much like standard step, you want to be using it as much as you can. If there's other dancers, you ideally coordinate with them and aren't overlapping technical steps and yada yada. But anyway, yeah. So, thank you for watching. In the next part, well, I guess we'll start Shadowbringers. Unless I magically get through every single extreme in like 2 seconds, which I doubt. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's binding time! Thank you for watching! If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing. If you really enjoyed it, consider supporting the channel. All support greatly helps there be content like this and more. Sorry, I'm trying to reach out chat and lumps and limits, and this is a very bad mistake. You can find the links for supporting the channel in the description, along with links to me on social media. So thank you again for watching, and until next time, this is rinimt signing out.